Welcome to race number 4, Bristol Motor Speedway, for the Truck Series qualifying race. Ready to begin. We are in race number 4 now, so that means we have a slightly different qualifying roster. Some notables here are Juan Ramirez. I believe George Gallagher is new to the qualifying race. We have a new driver in the field, different chures, like same truck, new driver. We had a bit of a silly season update. Early on in the season, we had the releasing of Daniel Banks from this 92 Avalanche Territory Racing machine, and he is replaced with Chris Green, who is coming back to the circuit. He hasn't raced since Phoenix last season, and it didn't end well for Chris Green and the Blue Dog Racing Group, his former team. So he's out here trying to qualify this 92 truck into the show. We got Keegan Love Jr., who was in the last qualifying race, won that one to get his way into, I believe it was Kansas. Yes, Kansas. So it seems like forever ago we were racing with the trucks, so everything's a little hazy. We got Aiden McCoy in that 14 truck looking to make his first start in the series. And we got Zach Shaw, who is a new driver to the qualifying race. He's looking to rebound. This driver was a playoff driver last season, so he's had a terrible start to the season so far. And John Jacobs, who from coming from his team owner, he has been quite a disappointment, and patience is starting to wear thin for this gentleman, that's for sure. We'll see how it goes today, but let's hope I don't have to make any rash decisions after this race. We'll see. Anyways, that's enough of the updating. Let's get into the qualification of the qualifying race, and we'll figure out our lineup. Remember, it's going to be a 5% race, no yellows. Whatever happens, happens after the 25 laps we're about to do, and the top 5 will advance to the main show. So, see Carson Hubbard race his way in Kansas race as well. He's going to have to do the same, and it looks like he's off to a good start by in the practice charts late. Let's see. Ooh, Carson Hubbard again backs that up with a pole on the qualifying race, so not a bad effort from this guy. We got Juan Ramirez outside pole, George Gallagher, Zach Shaw, all familiar faces from second to fourth. Ada McCoy, fifth. Chris Green looking to race his way in. John Jacobs, and rounding out your final spot is Keegan Love Jr. I gotta remember to be very quick on the draw here, because with 8 drivers it goes very quickly with the start sequence. There we go. I timed that absolutely perfect. Let's get into the race. Here we go, 25 laps. Carson Hubbard gets a nice start. George Gallagher right behind him as he was on the inside row. So this is a good chance for us to get a taste of what the racing's going to be like for the main event. Let's see, McCoy looking to race his way in. Looking for the final transfer spot right now. We got John Jacobs right behind there, and Chris Green. If I'm not mistaken, Chris Green was a decent speedway racer. I'm not sure how he did on short tracks, but he did have some bad luck throughout the season. The last season's results weren't entirely his fault. So this is a good second chance for Green to make a name for himself. Keeping an eye on the final transfer spot right now. McCoy still looking for a sponsor. Wasn't able to make the show last race, so that's why no sponsors were willing to take a chance on him. You go a little further back, and Keegan Love, the 2 Avalanche Territory Racing team trucks, are battling for 7th and 8th. That's not what team owner Jess Hanna wants to see. Carson Hubbard doing what he needs to do tonight. Already on lap 7. Laps go by fairly quickly here, even in the truck series. They're very quick. About 15.5 seconds around half-mile Thunderdome. George Gallagher having a good night so far. Hopefully he can back that up with a start in the race and a good performance tonight. That 9 truck making his first appearance in a qualifying event, as is the 83. It's all new territory for them, just the ultimate sprint race. Trying to retain their position in the standings. Hopefully better it. A good performance in the race is 14 looks like he's pulling away now from the 89. I think John Jacobs is, from his past performance, from what I've noticed, he's more of a super speedway racer. He seems to only be up front super speedways, and short tracks he's okay, I guess, from what I've seen. But speedways he struggles. So I don't know. Speedways fairly important on the schedule, so we'll see what happens. That 9 is holding up the 83 now. He's going to want to get past him sooner rather than later, as we're just past the halfway point of this sprint race. And with these two trucks battling, I'm sure the 14 will catch these two in no time. The 83 was trying something different, lost a little bit of ground. He's going to have to regroup and try again on that 9 truck. No change up front, but that 31 is getting closer to the 0. Or maybe not. Looked like he was closer. Race isn't really here, though. Like the 9 is kind of holding up its pack now. If the 83 can get under the 9, it might just get freight trained. He's looking good. It's like the 92 and 96 are fighting again. I don't know what team owner Just Hannah wants to see. He wants to see them work together a little bit, and they're close enough to this battle. They maybe start going at each other, but only a few laps left. Time is winding down. Will desperation kick in for any of these drivers? Will a mistake be made that'll cost them a chance to race tonight? 100-lap feature. We'll see. The RV Motorsports camp made some upgrades to the team. Couple chassis points to their chassis, or to the trucks there. So we'll see if that helps. I mean, from my knowledge, chassis upgrades would help with the mechanical grip on the trucks, which is kind of what I was aiming for. The rest of these teams, I think, were pretty quiet when it came to upgrades. But for the 31 truck, a couple of pit upgrades. That whole team, really. That was an expensive upgrade, $450,000. Dumped into some better pit crews. 92, Chris Green looks like he's starting to make a move on the 89. Not too late, as that 14 is still within a couple car lengths. Keeping an eye on it. The orange 14 car is the final transfer spot. The 83 is looking very close to the 9. Could open everything up for these guys right here. 92 looking low. Oof. Gotta use the bumper here. 3 laps to go. Now just 2, but 30 seconds worth of racing. We're gonna have our final event roster. It might just stay status quo for now. Final lap for these guys. 14 holds the final spot. 89 just peeking under the 14, and it's go time. Anyone gonna duck underneath? No. Oh, looks like the 14 kind of made a small mistake, but he's gonna hold it. It will be McCoy making his first start tonight. It's like John Jacobs missed his 2nd race in a row. That 92 truck has now missed 2 races in a row due to performances in the qualifying event, and the 96, the winner of the last qualifying race, finishes dead last. That's not what Just Hannah wants to see. Gonna hurt the income on the team a little bit. He's gonna have 1 truck in the field for the show tonight. Just gonna make a quick note of our top 5, and I will take a quick 3-minute break, set everything up for the main, get her going. Congratulations to Carson Hubbard, by the way, for leading that one from start to finish. Excellent performance on that squad. Came to race his way in twice in a row and succeeding with that, so that's pretty good. All right, got my notes done. Going to take a quick little refresher. We'll have our roster set shortly. Back now with a full roster of 40 trucks. 5 trucks raced their way in not too long ago. We had the 0 of Carson Hubbard, 31 of George Gallagher, number 9 Juan Ramirez, 83 Zach Shaw, and the 14 making his first start, Aiden McCoy. So, going to be a solid race. Gonna be action-packed, lots of, well, maybe not too many wrecks, but there should be a few based off my testing. Very fast half mile, I must say. It's hard to keep track of things sometimes, so if I don't catch anything, just put it in the chat. I know there's a bit of a delay in the chat, but I will go to it as soon as I see it. If I miss something, keep an eye on your drivers, and if you notice something, either he's gaining or dropping spots, just let me know. Give me a hand if you can, and I'll figure out what's the deal. So, just wrapping up practice now. We got Catalina Schwartz up front, leading the charts. That's no surprise, as she is always good on almost every track we do. We got newcomer Jonathan Dennison, who signed with Monster Energy. 2 there. I don't think he got his truck finished in time, but nonetheless, you'll get the money for it. Let's do qualifying and see who's on our pole for tonight. Chris McRae. Ooh, haven't seen him up front in a while. Not bad. Outside row, we got number 20, Alex Dreyer. So that's I think a career best for him. Daniel Gill, that 93 truck, looking like it's kicking into regular season form as it did last season. John Cohen in that 6 car, another teammate to Gill. Jess Hanna in that single car entry tonight. Aiden Wright, so that is all 3 Galiza Racing entries in the top 6. That's unbelievable. They're going to be on it tonight. We got Lily Holmes 7th. Aiden McCoy making his debut. He's going to start 8th. That's excellent for him. Carson Hubbard raced his way in. I'm telling you, there's something about these qualifying races that make these guys better in the feature. I know it, it's fake and everything, but it happens in real life at the almost said Winston Open, the All-Star Open race, and it gives them some sort of advantage. I don't know what it is, but this is not Winston Cup and this is not real, but I like to think it is. We got Greg Shatner rounding out your top 10, and there's another qualifying racer right there in 11th. Keep an eye on Zach Shaw. Anyway, so the inside row is definitely going to be an advantage on this restart, or this start. That's for sure. seconds left. I will just let it ride out. And okay, perfect. So the ticker is still going. Got Tristan telling jokes in the chat. Way to keep things light. You to start her up. Here we go. 100 laps. Craziness. Was there any truck updates, livery-wise, that I might have missed? I updated some a couple days ago and some day. Mostly Xfinity, I think. Through the field, I don't see anything that catches my eye. So, no new paints for this race. A couple of upgrades. Mattitude Motors made the biggest one again. 7 chassis. It's pretty obvious Matt's going for the truck championship. He has probably the best trucks in the field. We are green flag racing. Chris McRae leads this off and gets a nice jump over the rest of the field. Ooh, Alex Dreyer in the wall, and that's going to clog up the outside lane. Forgot to mention the fuel and tire. We're looking at pit strategy around 65 laps here. It's like Alex is recovering from that wall incident, but he's losing positions left and right on that high line. We under yellow. Did I see a caution? Yeah, we are under yellow. And oh, looks like the 7 and the 99 made contact, and that looked to be was near the front of the field. Slow that down a little bit. Looks like the 7 and the 26 get involved. And that's going to slide them right up into the rest of the field. Ooh, into Alvarez. 99 involved, 50. 80 involved. And everyone on the low line looks like they got off nice and easy. Truck squeaking up high as well. 31 raced his way in. Looks like that was extent of the damage. I don't think that'll eliminate anyone. Short track, after all, aero does not really matter too much. There's going to be some damage as we have pit stops ready on lap 5. I noticed the AI likes to pit on short tracks before they hit their the end of their fuel window. So I think lap 60-65 is what they would do on a normal green flag run. So we probably see pit stops almost every caution flag until lap about 40. Of course, 2 of our leaders staying out, guaranteeing their track position. So we will watch 3rd place, Jess Hanna, make his pit stop. Like the 6 beat the 29 off. Watch the rest of them coming off pit road. Some trucks that need some damage repaired as the 99 has officially retired. Former champion, reigning champion, Mike Carroll involved in that one. Not too much damage, but he did have to fix something because he's a lot lower than where he entered. 23 might get caught a lap down. I did try to fix the pace car so it's not as fast. Like the 23 and the 31 are going to get caught a lap down, but considering most of the field pit, just those 2, that's alright. It's inevitable on these short tracks in this game. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Like an issue with that 27 of Ferguson. Not sure. Might be caught tail end of the lead lap now. Hear why she's so slow. Maybe the pace car passed her and red flag or the red light didn't come out, so I think she'll be scored tail end of the longest line, tail end of the lead lap. But Auctions come out quickly here, so if she can just stay in front of that 61 car, kind of sister teams here. Leah, or maybe McRae can give her a break. As we see the 23 and 31 going to take the inside line. It is old NASCAR rules. Lap cars on the inside. That's going to put the 61 in some traffic. I'll say advantage to the 6 truck right now. Maybe the 29 can get low first. We are going black racing on lap 9. Green flag. Oh, Ferguson nearly scrapes the wall, just avoids it. McRae can't wait for her. He's got to go. 92 or 93 truck looking to inherit the lead. McRae does an excellent job staying in front. I didn't think that was going to happen, but he did well. Go through the field a little bit. Ferguson just getting freight trained on that high line. Very intense these very first laps. I mean, cautions breed cautions, so if we can get a couple laps in nice and clean, maybe we'll see a little bit of a run. Happen as Schwartz is kind of deeper in the field than she would like. Baby truck of Charles Baker. Making his way through the field nicely. Gonna go through the field here. We got Johnson right here with Ramirez behind. Johnson's had a terrible season so far. Quite surprised he's not in the qualifying race. I think he was actually the last truck to still make it in on points, but another bad finish will surely see him in that race next week. A couple of teams made it in on the charter. As I hope a lot of people put some good thought into that. I certainly didn't think it would be this important, but Mike Carroll obviously making himself a charter team. Turner Woodward, the 13. Excellent strategy call for team boss David Grubb. He's the lowest Hustler Racing entry. Would have had to qualify his way in. That forced Ramirez into the qualifying race. Gray's got a nice little lead now. 2.5. Oh, okay, 48's charter, so there you go. I couldn't remember which one you made charter, Matt. I thought it was, thought it would be the 17 for some reason. Francisco staying on the tail end of the lead lap, but looks like McRae wants by. Be too long before he gets a little impatient. Having an excellent race so far, leading all 20 laps at this point. As we go to the field in the back, looks like the 33 of Cole having a little bit of side damage. Not sure what that's from. He wasn't involved in the first incident. The truck is going backwards. That high line. This is a bit reminiscent of the old Bristol. This is the 2014 version, so I'm not sure if the low line was still the dominant one at that point. I think it was. But I like the old Bristol kind of. Right out on the high line, you're going backwards in a hurry. Right, kind of falling back from his starting position. Looks like he was in 19th last time by. I think he was 6th starting position, so he's lost quite a few spots since the green flag. Husky pace car keeps AC Weber finally paying his debt off to Magnitude Motors for the rights to the number 3. Wear that proudly now, as it's officially paid off and now his. Ooh, 3 wide, and the 6 truck is not going to get the better end of that deal. Just scraping the wall. 3 wide is not going to work around here as the 3 truck now kind of slides into the wall. Drivers are racing hard. Barrows with some side damage right here. You can see he was involved in that first accident. Some damage on both sides. He's using his stuff up. See that 14 car of McCoy. He's having a great first race. Top 10 so far. That's what the kid needs to do. Max Shaw raced his way in tonight. Needs a good performance to boost his points and get a little higher and get out of that danger zone. Hubbard also having a great night. It'll be interesting to see who the top 35 are after this race, minus the charters. The guys who haven't had the best of seasons or started later, right up there in the top 10, so. Ooh. I mean, Champ about to go a lap down now. Let's see how this turns out. Another strong performance from Dodge. Leading this one. I think they've led pretty much every race we've gone to so far, so. Volumes about their program is there is heavy traffic now for this leader. Hopefully McRae can navigate his way through safely as the 50 truck goes a lap down. Potential engine damage from that crash. He's in 37th and not having a good night. Guerrero still managing to stay tail end of the lead lap as he's starting to gain some positions now. Ooh, did I see a smoker? What was that? Ooh, 20 of Alex Dreyer. He was high. That's unfortunate for WK. His engine looks like it's expired. It is going very slowly, not able to even keep up pace or pit road speed. That's unfortunate for this young man. Having a solid season so far, but this could hurt. Back into the leader battle. As now second and third are starting to catch lap cars. Gaining a little bit on the 61, however, they got to go through the same traffic the 61 did, so once the 61 clears these guys, you'll see it stretch out again. Arrow doing an excellent job navigating his way through lap traffic, or I guess they're all for positions, but he's doing what needs to be done. Just praying for a caution now. There will be another stop no matter what. It'll be very interesting to see if it'll be a green flag stop or if we'll get a caution before that happens. All McRae all night. Seems to do well on more technical tracks, I've noticed. He's been very good at road courses. Here we are at a short track. If I'm not mistaken, he did very well at Martinsville. I can't remember if it was the first or second time we were there. He was right there, just keeping a nice tight line. Here we are again, Bristol Motor Speedway, and there he is. Right. A couple short tracks and road courses in the playoffs, so very vital. Great for one of these drivers. Holmes and Guerrero kind of holding up the leader now. Kind of shocking to see a Attitude Motors entry nearly go a lap down. I think that's happened this season. Especially with all those upgrades, I'm sure that's not what they want to see after investing so much into the team. Kind of be a little bit off the pace tonight, whether it was just stuck in traffic or what, but not really pulling away at all. They're just I'm holding everyone up. I go through the field. We see Ferguson now. Already a lap down. Last car on the lead, or a lap down, so she's close to 2 laps down at this point. Through the field once more quickly, before we get some stops in, maybe. 25th for Johnson right now. 82 having an uncharacteristic evening. Bottom 20. Got Chase here. Seems to be fairly inconsistent. He has a good race and then he has a bad race. Go Mr. Baker, the original Baker. Doing what he needs to do. Still kind of stuck in lap traffic. It seems to be very hard to pass here once things start to file their way out. Car. 50 truck is definitely off the pace. Unfortunate. He's involved in that accident early. Really puts a damper on the evening. But teammate Carson Hubbard doing what he needs to do. He's already 4th now. Got Zach Shaw in 5th. So these two drivers lower on the standings. This is going to be an excellent points race. Got Makarov here, who is, let me check, 2nd in the points standings. 22 points, so that's a decent gap. But the 5 truck, our points leader, 21st. So he might make up that ground and then some after this one's through. Looks like McRae finally got around Guerrero. Holmes is next on the radar. McRae now has a 2.43 second lead over Jess Hanna. Jess Hanna's having some great races lately. I'd say if you factor in last season's playoff win with, you know, the start of this season, doing exceptional this season. Kind of shows that drivers do matter, since his teammates aren't even able to qualify for races right now. Gotta be frustrating to see. Ray looks low on Holmes. Guerrero staying close. Get a pit sequence. Just catches a caution light just at the right time. I think Guerrero might actually have a chance at solid finish, as we see the 18 car now on pit road. That seems a bit early. Seems to be on speed, so yeah, that is true. The 61 did stay out. Who was the other guy that stayed out? I think it was the 20. Might be wrong on that. Looks to be a nice 4-tire stop for Aiden Wright. This will be his last stop. He is going to pray to the caution gods that nothing comes out between now and the rest of the field making their stops. Tire fall off, I don't think is a huge issue. Let's see what Holmes is running. She's a couple tenths slower. Ray is about half a second slower from his fastest lap right now, but he's in traffic, so honestly, I don't think tire wear is a huge factor tonight. Mainly just gas and track position. But minus the pit stop a couple laps earlier in the rest of the field, I think the 61 is in excellent shape. Being surrounded now by a couple lap cars. Wants to get around Lily Holmes sooner rather than later, I would assume. And he's got some nice clear track. As Hannah's starting to gain now, he's chopped off nearly a second since I last mentioned it. Lap 62. If you factor in those caution laps, the 61 will have to pit shortly. – Man, these laps go by quick. We'll do 125 laps when we do the Xfinity race, so it'll be a little longer. But, yeah, it's crazy how fast laps tick off here if it stays green. Got 10th place, over half a lap behind at this point. Tristan Grace in that 2 truck is making his way into the top 10. Lap 65 now. It's got to happen soon for the 61 truck. He's got to be low on fuel. Gonna do one more. This Hannah gaining about 1/10 a lap, or last 10 laps. That one was over 2/10. But now he's catching the traffic. The 61's been stuck in this whole time. So we'll see if he can navigate his way through traffic a little better. Take over this lead. Here we go. The rest of the field's coming in. The 61 still hasn't pit. 29 in pit road. We're going to watch the 29 stop. I would assume the 61 will have to come down while we're watching, as the bulk of the field is now on pit road. 18 has scored 6 laps down. I'm not sure. Maybe he had a black flag and had to come back in, but those Galiza Racing trucks are not having a good night from their excellent qualifying position. 2 of the 3 are 35th or worse currently. It'll be a 4-tire stop. 93 comes down pit road 2. Let's see if I can get a wider shot. And the caution is out. Oh my god, this is a disaster for those on pit road. What happened? This always seems to happen while we're cycling stops. Looking. I think I'm just gonna have to wait and see the replay. 29 back on pit, or back on the track. What the heck happened there? I think it was probably somebody that was trying to come down the pits and somebody that was leaving. I would assume that's usually the case here at Bristol. 61 definitely had to come down pit road. He is scored at least a lap down now. Looks like our top 10 currently on the screen have not pit and will need to right now, and they're going to be way down the field once we go green. This certainly shook things up. Yikes. Alright, let's go analyze this replay. While things get sorted through. See the moment of caution and for it. Okay. The look. Oh, it looks like the 27. Not seen the right way on the track there. Let's see what happened with her. Very slow down pit. Oh yeah, it looks like she tried to come down the pit. Very slow right now. And just couldn't decide if she was going to go down pit road or what, but that's not going to help her her sister team right there. She just parks it on the apron. That would bring out the caution. So thankfully no heavy damage from incident, but this really screws everyone else. Back live now. Still going to do one more lap, as we got a ton of trucks that are on the tail end of the lead lap right now. And the worst part about this is the trucks that are all on the lead lap are going to be scored on the outside lane. Looks like the 41 will be the last truck on the outside lane, and then you'll get the lead trucks, leaving all these trucks that are a lap down currently, starting with the 1. They're all going to go to the inside, so our leader is going to be in heavy traffic. That's not what a lot of these team owners wanted to see tonight. but I had a feeling something crazy was going to happen, which would cause like half the field to go a lap down. And sure enough, it happened. So, your lead trucks currently are the 48, the 26 of Johnson. So we got two Johnsons, 1 and 2, and the 50. That is right. The truck that was nearly a lap and a half down is going to be battling for third with the two trucks in front of her, or in front of him. Got Jennifer Johnson in second right there in the 26 Halmar Dodge, and we got the Loves Chevy 48. These are your top three, and we are green flag racing. Got 25 laps to go. Unbelievable turn of events for these team owners. I can't imagine that 50 truck is going to challenge for a win tonight. He is very much off pace. I'm hoping that there is not a caution right now, which would cause the whole field to pretty much go back on the lead lap right now and potentially take out our three leaders. Goes Mike Carroll on the low line of Johnson. Go Jennifer Johnson in the VRM team, who has really been impressive this season, whether it be a little luck or skill. VRM is kicking butt this season, whether it's trucks or Xfinity. You usually see one of them up front in a race. So the other two trucks right there, they're kind of battling each other, starting to lose sight of Johnson. J. Johnson, not C. Johnson. Ooh, you don't want to take him 3 wide. The 61 is 10 seconds behind. If these guys get stuck in this much traffic for the rest of the race, you'll definitely see that gap close down. Whether it's going to be enough or not, I don't think so. There's just not enough time left. Ooh, what a strange race. Very dicey right now. '48 starting to lose sight of the 26. Going a lap. Mira's now. Heavy traffic. Trucks on the high line want to get down low, or else they're going to go a lap down quick. 15 laps to go. If a caution came out now, that would change everything. But see what happens. We're pretty much on the verge of a single file restart now if a caution did come out, so Johnson wants to get as many lap cars in the way between her and the other Johnson as possible for that scenario. See the 48 at blue and silver Chevy kind of in the background. Like the 26 has a little bit of clean air now. 61 is about 7 seconds behind this group. Less than 5 now away from Mike Carroll. Potential top 5 is likely, but whether you can catch the 50, I don't know. Highest running Ford currently is in 5th, and that's Zach Shaw, who's still having a good evening despite a little bit of no luck on the pits. Still doing what he needs to do to get some points. Got Hubbard right there in 6th now. Dropped a few spots after that cycle. And how about this? We got the 14 now in 7th. Having an excellent night in his first race. This kid might be a short track racer. Just to not be able to qualify to Speedway and then, you know, I would say probably barely making it in the qualifying race to now having such a nice top 10 effort all night. Says something about this 14. Stats don't lie. Through the field a little bit, we got Greg Shetner in 8th. 82 is a lap down, 5 is a lap down. We're gonna go way back. The second's back actually. Makarov right here in 9th. And Jess Hanna, who looked like he was gonna challenge for the lead late, is on the verge of going a lap down as the 26 is right there. But every truck a lap down now except for the top 10. Wow. Couple of retirements that I did not catch. Looks like the 24 of Gordon, 18 of Wright, and the 20 of Dreyer, who sat on the outside pole, is all retired from this one. There's 4 to go now for Johnson, who's leading Johnson by nearly 2 seconds. No relation, I assume. Like Halmar will be very happy they signed with Johnson after the first race. It's only her 4th race, mind you. She's already doing this type of performance. I mean, a bit of luck, mind you, but he was doing well before this whole pit sequence went through. It's been a great evening for this 26 team. Regardless, he crosses the line for the second last time. White flag is in the air, sponsored by Credit One Bank. Gonna want to keep her position and stay the course. Comes off turn 4 for the final time, and Jennifer Johnson wins at Bristol. No time for celebrations. Gonna duck into the pits ASAP. Save that motor for another day. So we had a Johnson and Johnson finish. Excellent outcome. If your last name starts with J and ends with a son. Chris McRae actually getting past Mike Carroll there for 3rd, so that's a good recovery drive for the 61 team, who pretty much dominated this and was likely going to go on to win it. But it wasn't meant to be tonight. But result-wise, it's a great finish for them. 50 car or 50 truck. Can't complain with a result like that after being involved in a wreck early and being noticeably off pace to finish 4th. That is like a dream come true. 83 Zach Shaw, that's going to help his effort. I would be shocked if he was still in the qualifying race next time. We might have a new contender. And Carson Hubbard making his statement on the season as well, finishing 6th. I'm going to be close to see if he'll be in the qualifying race next time, but we'll have to check the charters and whatnot and go from there. Aiden McCoy finishing 7th in his first race. Not bad. Greg Shetner, Vladimir Makarov, and Jess Hanna rounding out your top 10 and lead lap cars. Well, I was kind of dreading this would happen, but sure enough it did. Most of my simmed races prior to this for testing did not actually happen this way. Of course, tonight that was the case. Hopefully for the Xfinity race at Bristol will not happen, but you never know. Not sure when that's going to happen. We'll see, maybe Sunday if I have time. Monday, probably not likely. So Sunday or Tuesday, but I'll let you guys know. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. I'm going to hop off and update, and we'll see you for the Xfinity race at Bristol sometime this week or next week. I'll let you guys know. Take care.